And then I am going to, because I know there's some people that aren't on here, and I think this is a call that's going to help everybody who's kind of just starting up a business again or for the first time, or it's just a good refresher for all of us anyways, because there's lots of constantly new ideas and things out there that we're picking up as we go along. So, okay, so I'm going to mute everybody for right now, and hopefully my baby's asleep, so hopefully that lasts. So I didn't get to do a whole PowerPoint thing like I really want to get back to. I did a few slides last week, but it's okay because a lot of the coaches are switching, I've noticed, to just going live, like on their team pages, team calls and things like that, and just letting people hop on and be there live and stuff. But of course, it means you need to be on Facebook for 30 minutes, and you might have a lot of people dinging you and distracting you and whatnot and getting distracted, not paying attention. So I'm not sure if it's the best call, but I'm going to work on getting really efficient with these calls, being obviously you all know me well enough to know that I don't shut up, and that an issue for me is how much I talk and how much I write in every little post and everything. So be praying for me for that, since I didn't share mine, because that's something that I value people's time. And when they show up, I don't want to be one of those coaches that's showing up just to have you guys show up just to say I'm running a call. I'd rather not have a call and waste your time. So I want it to be something that's going to add value, and I am trying really hard to get better. And I think today's call is a good step in the right direction with that. So first, just a couple of little bits of news before we hop on in. I haven't gotten much feedback about what you guys need for team calls. So feel free, you can message me, you can put it on the team page when you get ideas or you're struggling with something. Please let me know. Right now, what I'm going to do today is how to talk to people, like how to talk to people that are potential clients, whatever, whether it's on social media and messages. And then we're going to talk about where to find customers, I think is the plan for either next week or the week after. And whatever one we don't do that, we're going to do the BOD All Access Pass unveiled. Like, we're just going to talk about everything that it means, everything that comes with it, why it's, what the difference is, what it means for us as coaches, for our customers, why it's changing things in terms of discount coaches and breakdown of costs, and how you can talk to people about that, and why it's really the only thing we're selling or recommending anymore, pretty much. So I think that will help everybody so that they're kind of clear on how that has changed our system, because it has changed the way that we're talking to people. I'm still recommending programs, but I'm not, talking to them about challenge packs anymore, except for that. So those are my ideas. And if there's anything else that you are needing more immediately than that, please let me know, because I can change that. Reminders, Super Saturday is going to be on April 8th. So Kim and Carly down here with me, we are doing something that, now that I have a seat on the Atlanta Market Council, we are changing a ton of stuff. And I haven't gotten the call from Ashley Smith yet, who's our number 8 coach in the company, but she's right down here near us in the Woodstock, Canton area. And I'm going to be on a one-on-one call, three-way call with her and her 3-star diamond and me. And we're going to start organizing, which is crazy because we're getting really close. And I'm a little bit nervous, but she's really pregnant. So we're going to be organizing the one down here. That's going to be, it is going to be April 8th on my husband's birthday. So there's my dedication right there, right? Yet again. But yeah, my husband's dedication. But that is going to be just an outdoor event. We're just going to do a workout, like a mashup of workouts with some people who are trained to do it. And we're just going to be inviting like friends and family to come do a workout. We're going to be keeping it really simple. We're going to watch the video about all the new things, because on Super Saturday, everyone's going to find out about the new Shakeology flavor and like that. So anyways, that is coming up. So if you're in Buffalo or whatever, make sure you got your ticket. I know stuff has some people going. It's so worth the $20 investment, but you've heard me harp on that before. I won't do it now. Summit, you can absolutely still go. Tickets are still on sale for I can't remember if it's $175 or $195. Yes, it's an investment in your business. If you put that in, you will get 10 times more out in the next couple months after it. So just think about it. It might be crazy. It was crazy that Stephanie went last year. She was a month and a half, 2 months into coaching. She did what I did. I was like, I don't even know what this is, but I know I need to be there. And if I want to make this thing big, I need to go all in and stop dipping my toes, So I went. I made it happen. If you want to make it happen, we have a hotel room. You can crash on the floor on a rollaway bed. There's still hotels in New Orleans, and we will make it as cheap as possible for you to get there. We did not do a house like I wanted to, because we just didn't have enough people that had committed to going yet. But hopefully next year. My goal this year, when I told Steph when we left Summit last year, my goal was 8 coaches. So I'm hoping that 8 people are there this year. So I'm praying over that one, because we're not there yet. Also, right now, be thinking about April. I know we're in March, and I don't want you to give up on March. I know I am only at Success Club 2 right now, which never happens for me. So I am butt in gear. I already did 13 invites this morning. So yes, it's crunch time, but I am also already mapping out this weekend. I sat down, since my son had traversed all over my planner, and I wrote down everything into April, when I'm leaving on that cruise. Thank you, Lord. And not a cruise. Why do I keep calling it a cruise? Because the first one was a cruise. But I wrote down when my free group is kicking off, because the 3rd of Monday, that means I'm already advertising and plugging people in at the end of March. This is why it's important to map out your month. So also challenge groups, real quick. Steph and I have a genius idea. The beauty of having a top leader like Steph on a team with me is that we get to kind of tag team and do things together. And so eventually, I know a lot of the top coaches, they are not running any of their own things anymore. Like, they've got top coaches running their coach basics training, they've got and there's like, and then that coach is doing other things. Like, everybody's kind of working together to make things happen without anybody being totally overwhelmed. And so what I'm thinking is, and Steph and I thought it would be a good idea if we can separate our challenge groups just a little bit and have them be, even though I would love to be running groups with Steph 2 weeks apart, so that we can work together to collectively, guys, what the hell? To collectively have 2 groups that everybody can be inviting to every single month, so that there's never an excuse not to hit success club unless you're just not working. You don't want it. Because sometimes, it's just like, okay, we have, 1 free group and 1 challenge group, but if all those people aren't really ready and they tell you, well, I'll be ready in April, and you still want to hit success club in March, like, it'll be a really cool opportunity to have multiple things. We will literally have something every week. From the free group to coach sneak peek to those 2 challenge groups. And what you would do is, let's say you're paired up running a group with me, but you have somebody that purchased after our group started and you want to plug them into Steph's, and you would be just kind of keeping up on that person in there. So you'd be in both groups. So yes, it's a tiny bit more work, but our income could go through the roof for all of us if we have 2 different places to plug people into every time. So you wouldn't have to be posting as a coach in both groups. Like, we'll just be splitting up the work through the team. But so I actually decided to bump my group up from April 3rd, hey Megan, to bump it up until to start on March 27th. I'm calling it best year yet because I'm going to make this one long group. And just so you guys know, I am taking some top coach tips. I am always trying new things, and I'm going to try going back to Facebook for this group for one specific reason. As a coach, I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job of staying up on my clients in my challenge tracker. For whatever reason, my mind has a hard time. I like that people are tracking shakes and workouts, but I feel like the notifications are not as easy for me for some reason to see. And to, like, the fact that things, when people comment, come back up to the newsfeed, I'm more likely to see them. I feel like I comment on something in my challenge tracker and then I never see it again. And I don't know if that person responded or not. I just don't know why it doesn't work well for me. And I feel like I'm not coaching as well as coaching because of it, and I don't like that. So I have heard some of the top coaches say that they are going over to 1 year-long accountability group. There's no preseason anymore. They send that preseason email we have. They do like what Steph is doing with like a one-on-one call with people the weekend before it launches to help them set up a meal plan, answer any questions, get them ready, and you're adding them to a group. So my goal is that my last challenge, like my post Baby Strong, is going to be ending on the 26th, and those people are rolling into a group on the 27th. And anybody who's coming in, I am now, like, the couple people I got signed up, or 1 person that signed up this week and a couple that are thinking about it today, that I'll be doing calls with them like this weekend, maybe Friday or whatever, to get them ready. So then if anybody decides, as I'm pushing for Success Club, that they want to order, on the 30th or 31st, and we've already started, that's not going to be a good experience for them. They're going to be all scrambled. I can now put them into groups. So we're going to, like I said, work as a team. I'll share a post about that on the team page, and we can kind of tally up or split up who's going to post in what group and how it's going to go based on what customers you have. But I'm going to use the My Challenge Tracker still, and I'm going to make that a 21-day accountability group every single time, so that people who do not want the challenge group time commitment of like reading posts and watching videos, and I have people that literally just like the accountability of having a place to track that, like they can track and see how many shakes and workouts they've done. I'm going to still create one of those groups every single time to work with Facebook, so that those people who just want to log in, like, log the shake, log the workout and get out, that's there. But the people who need those posts still, and that way I can take the pressure off of always having new posts, I think. And also I like that I can go live really quickly and easily. I hate having to make videos and record them and upload them to YouTube and put them into my challenge tracker. There's things I like about the tracker and there's things I don't. So this is me doing what I always tell you guys to do, which is constantly evaluating your business, how things are going, how can I make it better? I'm going to try this and see how it goes. So anybody that's in my group, know that this best year yet, that's starting on Monday, is going to be in My Challenge, or it's going to be on Facebook, and I'm going to try it out with letting people just log in the tracker and then see how it goes. And I'm just going to plan on keeping that going every single time. So to get to the topic in the meat of the call, and boom, bam, in and out in 20 minutes, but it's an important one. In April, whatever free groups you're doing, don't forget, there's some cool ideas. The Beachbody Champions website on Facebook. If you guys are not I try to add all my new coaches to it. But if you haven't been added to it, on Facebook, search Beachbody Champions, and it'll ask for, it has to be approved, but for you to be on that page. The training on there is insane right now. I have not even been able to keep up with the videos. Guys, our top elite coaches, like 5 and 10, are sharing their files, their invites, their challenge group scripts. They're like these videos. I was watching another one today by Shay. I was finishing up one I started about how to help your new coaches invite. And some of the things I'm going to share on this call are from her. And I actually, let me share my screen for a minute for anybody. I know Kim can't see this. I always have. Or I can watch later. I have pulled up looking at my Summit hotels again because I am seriously lagging on that one. This right here, Soup Group. She shared a 7-day script for like a clean eating group, but it's mostly just soups that she's sharing. And like, I think she's got some posts, but she's got all the recipes that she shares. And I think her posts are at the bottom, whatever. But she's put together, like you could make like an ebook out of this. I mean, you could literally just take her work. That's the thing about Beachbody, we're all just these systems of duplication. The stuff is all out there if you're willing to work with. The Beachbody Champions page is insane. And I saw somebody make a post in there and she just said, hey, I don't have any good ideas for free groups or for challenge groups right now. What can I be doing? Anybody have any ideas? And everybody, what I love about Beachbody is we're all just helping each other. And a bunch of people shared what they've been doing and what's working for them. And I'm scrolling through the comments looking, and one of the girls is like, oh, I'm doing a spring cleaning group in April, like spring cleaning inside and out. So she's doing a 5 or a 7-day challenge that's going to be called like spring cleaning. And they're literally going to be, detox, working on the water intake, essentially a fitness and nutrition cleaning group. But I'm assuming that she's probably got a house chore or two every day of the week that goes along with it. Like get your house clean, get your body clean, let's start fresh kind of thing. I actually love that because I love cleaning. So like, that's a great idea. But the sky's the limit in terms of the things that we can be doing to bring our personality in or to have fun or whatever. And there's I am not creative by nature. I don't mean to be a copycat, but I rarely can think of things myself. So that Beachbody Champions page is huge for me. But there is some training videos. They did something really cool over the last month where the very, very tippity top coaches each took a day, and it was basically 4 new coaches, and they shared, from inviting to, there was one in there about sharing Shakeology and one about how to, be a leader, think like a leader and whatever. And I'm telling you, tippity top. So I'm still working my way through those. So definitely do that. Okay. Today's call, we're going to in and out is about, like I said, how to invite, not how to invite. Well, I mean, kind of how to talk to people. And where I will open up Facebook and show you guys a couple of things. But Kim, this is a great call for you to not be able to be in front of a computer because most of it is just going to be me talking. So I'll just start by saying, when you're a newer coach or you're finally going to, dive into the business and really do this time, kind of okay, so where do I start with talking to people? Like I said, next week, we're going to talk about where to find customers, which probably should have come first in logical order, but so many of you are trying to fill these challenge groups now and hit Success Club and starting to practice inviting and talking to people, that I want to make sure that you know kind of what you're doing. So I've been doing a lot of one-on-one calls over the last week with all of my new coaches. I think I hit everybody, and we talked a lot about how to respond to people on Facebook and what to send in a personal message and how to take them through that funnel all the way up to the purchase. So some of it will be redundant for some of those new coaches that I spent that time with, but this will be a good resource to go back to. So here's a place that you can start. And Steph, this is going to be new for you, I think. So I'm pumped. This is the point of being on the calls because I just learned this week and I really like this. And guys, it made my power hour. Check this out. Done. Bam, for the day in 30 minutes today. And that's 11 invites, 6 follow-ups, 3 relationship building messages, a friend, adding friends. I think there's 2. Oh, wait, somebody else just accepted it. Yep, so 2. So because me spamming off my friend request. So this is what really helped me. I was on that Beachbody Champions page, and in that team call, she shared about creating a Facebook list. And I was like, what the heck is a Facebook list? Because I lose the majority of my time. I know this because I'm always evaluating my business. I lose it by being who should I reach out to today? And so I'll be scrolling Facebook and, oh, I haven't talked to her before. Or I go to my friend list and it takes me forever to go all the way down to the people that I added a while ago. And I'm wasting time. So you can spend once a week where you go onto Facebook and make a list of people that you haven't talked to that you're going to reach out to. And hey girls, it's been a while. You can make a list of the people that you're going to plan to invite that week, whatever. I don't seem to have that time anymore to plan my whole week in advance. It would make things more efficient, but with the baby issues not working right now. So this is what is helping me. what she said is when you go over to here to your home screen, let's say you've got a post. Well, actually, I'll show you my post first. Okay. So I made a post. I made a post this morning about my workout with my little guy that I'm adding to my fitness journey. So if you click right here on who's liked it, I can see that there's a list of these people, obviously, that like that post. Now, some of these people are like maybe coaches or whatever, but there's actually a lot of people right here that are not. So this girl right here, Jessica Samples, is somebody that was just in my free group that I'm talking to about joining a regular one. I will pick out anybody that I haven't really talked to before, or it's been a while or whatever. And here's what I'm going to do. So is Steph gone? I don't see her. Oh, what? No, she's there. Okay, cool. Sorry. There's some more people on now. Sweet. There's not enough room for me to see everybody. Awesome. I'm not making these calls for no one anymore. Okay, so when you go over here to your home page and you click home, Megan, I'm so glad you appreciate my humor. I really do. Okay, so when you go over to explore, I had never seen this before. When you click on explore and you click on see more, it says friend lists. I had never seen this before. When you click on that, you can create a list. So what I did was I clicked create list and I made my list name Hey Girls. Okay, so like these for these Hey Girl relationship building messages, because all of the stuff comes from our customers, all come from relationships we built. So I went back, I can open up now another screen for Facebook and go back to that post. And I remember, but just to show you how to do it. So I would, so this person's name, Lizette, let's say, I can type right here, Liss. She's going to come right up. There she is. She's added to my list. Now I'm going to add all of the people one by one, and I can go back through my posts for the whole last day. Like you could do this once a day so that you know who you're going to reach out to the next day or whatever. Now let me show you what it looks like when your list is done, because this is what I worked off of today, and it made me so efficient. I was like, this is genius. So I'm going to cancel this. So this is kind of just like who you can reach out to start, and then we'll go into what you actually say to them. But this is my Hey Girls that I created yesterday. Holy pregnant belly. Where did that go? Friend lists. Hey Girls. What's happening? Oh, because she's one of the people on my list. Okay, I don't know why it looks like that right now. Oh, manage list up here in the right-hand corner and edit list. So this is cool how it does it. It literally has a little pop-up icon for each person, like their cover photo and their name. So I pulled up this screen today. I left it just like that. And then I came over here and opened up a new window in the Messenger. And I started shooting. Look at this, you guys. This is from this morning. I would love more info. Another one. I would love more info. Scroll down. Hey, I definitely need some fitness goals. So I already have, I literally just did this, you guys, less than an hour ago. And I have one, two, there was another person that she wanted more information too. So I think there was like 3 people who already responded like, yes, I need help. I need more information. And that's just from me shooting out like 11 of them this morning. So what I did was I had just gone to that list, and let me show you, well, I'll get to what my message was. But so that may help you guys to create a Facebook list under that. And you can just keep adding people to it so that when you do go in to do your power hour, you're already set with who you're going to reach out to. Now, these people, let's go back here. Some of these are people that I know that I've been talking to for a year or two about joining a group, and they still haven't done it. Some of them are people that they're obviously friends of mine, but to be honest, I add so many mutual friends all the time, I have no idea who anybody is. So those people I would start with like a Hey Girl message. So I can show you examples of them, but what's important, what you start with when you make this list of people who have liked or commented on your things, that you start with building a relationship. Okay, so if it's somebody you've talked to about health and fitness before, like, so some of these people, when I went to on their page, I do not just open up Messenger and go, hey girl, how are you? How's life? Hey, so I have this challenge group. What the first thing I do is I go over to their page and I scroll for just about 60 seconds. I see what they just recently posted about. And if it's somebody that I don't really know who they are, I need to get to know who they are. So like, for example, I went to this Kristen girl's page. Okay. She has liked a couple of my health and window. She's liked a couple of my health and fitness posts recently. And so I saw her little about me thing. There she is. and it said that she like loves coffee, which of course I do as well. And she loves like whatever it was, a wine or something like that. Okay. Target addict, loves to decorate, wine and coffee. She's a mom. She's a boy mom. So I already know we have that in common. We're both wives. We're both boy moms. We both like, house decorations, even though I don't actually have any of them up. Here she's posting about water all day long. So instantly I was like, wait a minute. And then I saw she puts live more, worry less. That's like my motto now. So I'm like, hold on. I'm like, my already dinger's going off for a prospective coach here, because I'm like, she's using her Facebook to encourage and inspire. Wait, what? She's got healthy food on here. So I'm like, is this girl a coach? But it doesn't say she's a coach. So I was about to send her a message inviting her to a challenge group. And I'm like, I am not even sure that she would need it, because I'm like, is she a coach herself? And I didn't want to like put my foot in my mouth. So you can see, this is how I worded this for her as I was looking for people to invite. I had never talked to her before. So typically I would not invite, because that's like a cold invite. I want to build a relationship. Like, hey, Kristen, how are you? I saw you like some of my recent health and fitness posts, so I thought of you. I'm starting a new 21-day accountability group because, man, do I need to hit some goals before summer. I was curious to see if you might be interested and want some more information. That's where I ended my other invites, and I've gotten 3 yeses back already. This one I put, but upon scrolling your page, which is so awesome, by the way, like it looks like you might actually be a coach yourself. Do you deal with workouts as well, or just supplements and such? I didn't look at it yet, but she said that look at this. Hey girl, you've always been so supportive of my posts. I love supporting other women to be the best version of themselves. It's so empowering, I have my own health and fitness company as well, and I share products of whole food ingredients, similar to Beachbody, but a different product, if you will. I'd love to be a part of your fitness group, always up for some fun workouts. I already have Beachbody on demand. Okay. So awesome. So she's not working with a coach already. Like she might be somebody that decides to do all access. Who knows? She might be somebody that becomes a coach one day because she falls in love with what we have more than that. Like it's happened with Megan. Megan was somebody that was working for another MLM, another health and wellness company. So this was not a wasted message. You know what I mean? So that's how you can talk to somebody, like again, but the key thing is going to their page and kind of scrolling and seeing who they are and picking out what you have in common. I'll tell you, this might seem fake to you, like, oh, you're going in there with an agenda. I felt like that as a new coach. What I realized is I get paid. I can change my family's future and our lives by connecting with people. And the whole point is if I'm not talking to people, I don't know who needs my help. I am so freaking grateful that somebody reached out to me about Beachbody. Skinny little me who nobody would have ever thought needed something, because I so needed at-home workouts. I so needed this friendship and accountability, and I so needed an opportunity that the business had. So I think about that, which is why PD is so important before you head into a power hour and get serious about changing people's lives. And it could start with something as simple as this. So it's a system, yes, of adding friends, building relationships, reaching out, but it works. So that is an example of how you can reach out to somebody. I actually got this invite. I'm going to post it for you guys on the team page. If you know me, you know that I talk all the time. And my invites tend to be super long. Sometimes I get a good reaction. A lot of the time I don't. And you know what I realized? I'm spending too much time writing these messages, coming up with new stuff. And I am wasting time that I could have just been inviting. So you know what? I listened to this call from this girl who wrote down word for word what she said. Where is it? And actually I was typing it. So this is literally the exact thing that I said right here. I put, hey, this was her, and so I'll share this in the team page. Hey, Debbie, now this is somebody that I did not build a relationship with, but because she's already liked health and fitness posts of mine, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. Because sometimes cold invites do work, like they did for Brittany, and they worked for me at certain times in the past. Usually I prefer to build a relationship with somebody first, but since she was liking them, this message kind of made sense. I was like, hey, Debbie, I just wanted to check in because I saw you like some of my recent health and fitness posts, and I thought of you. I'm starting a new 21-day accountability. The word group is missing because, man, do I need to hit some fitness goals before summer. And it's way easier to reach our goals when we surround ourselves with people who have similar ones. Curious to see if you might be interested and want some more information. And so that is a super short, simple invite. And like I said, I'm already getting a bunch of reaction to it today. So that's something you could do. But now, like I said, you start with like whoever, if you are somebody that you're not practicing inviting yet, or inviting freaks you out and you need to do personal development, first of all, if that's you, go for no. You don't have to invite right now. You can still, if you are posting, like I know Carla's been like practicing a lot more of regular posting on social media lately, which has been awesome. You were the other coach I was going to recognize this week. It was So you already get people who are starting to kind of like your posts and comments. So you already have people that you can reach out to or follow up with or invite. So that's why it all kind of comes back to social media, because people who like and comment on your posts, I have gotten these people to be challengers and coaches who only liked it. They didn't comment. They're not going to come to you guys. It's our job to go to them. So I simply would just take those lists and be like, hey girl, how are you? So some of the ones I did today were just relationship building messages. I went to their page and saw they were a mom. I saw they recently had a baby. I'm just chatting. There is nothing about Beachbody. You build your business on those. So you don't need anybody to tell you how to do that. Scroll their page, see what you have in common, find something you like, pay them a compliment. There's a lot of ways you can just be somebody that's leaving a positive mark on that person's day. And forget about having an agenda, but just like the business allows us to lift somebody up, even if they never become a challenger and never join us. And that's really cool too. So spread some love, spend some girls, build some relationships. Now, when you do get somebody who messages back, like I had today, hey, I'm interested, or like Rob made a post about getting in his workout and his shake and taking his dog for a walk. And he got somebody that was like, hey, what are you eating? Obviously this person's interested. What I tell my coaches to do is you always start with this same response. I don't tell them what I'm eating. I don't, go crazy on Shakeology in a challenge group and that they should join me. I simply hit reply. So let me show you right here. I'll go to my page and I simply go to their comments. So this James that said, what a happy boy. See how it says click reply? I've already replied to his comment and boosted that post back up into people's news feeds. Right. I'm not sure if I got to this one yet from last night. Yes, I did. See, guys. But what I usually do, well, that was the same person. This is the same person. I'm replying individually to their comment. And notice that I tagged them my name. So I put, thanks, James. So I make sure he sees it. And that does something for your affinity too. You're so encouraging. And so again, yeah, that bumped it back up when I commented. Now Facebook is seeing that there's like 4 comments on it instead of 2, which is big, but I'm responding instantly. So I'm not sure if I didn't have anything yet that was like that, challenge group invite right now that was like, comment below if you want to join. But I would instantly say, I would send a message back. So like when Rob had that person said like, what are you eating? I would like reply to that individual comment and put, hey, let's say her name was Patty. Start to type it so that Facebook tags her name and hit enter so that it tags her. Hey, Patty, and you can back up her name if you want, backspace 1. If you do it twice, it'll erase the whole thing. But like, hey, Patty, I would love to share, what I've been doing or what I've been eating. I'll send you a PM now. Or you can just say, hey, whatever her name is, I'll PM you now. So that's what I do every single time. So if you're a new coach and you're like, oh my gosh, like, if Rob was like, Stephanie, what do I say? What do I say? She wants to know what I'm eating. You don't have to worry. You don't ever have to feel flustered or stressed. You simply every time say, I'll send you a PM either now, or I'll send you a PM later, or I'll shoot you a message that doesn't even say when you're going to do it. They just know they're going to be hearing from you. Then you can always message your coach and be like, hey, this person is interested in this. Like, how do I start or what do I say? And if you're a new coach, I much prefer you to rely on your upline because you don't have that confidence as a new coach to know how to talk to people yet. And I want to make sure you do, which is this call is going to help with. So it's good to lean on us in the beginning. So what's really important is not that you instantly go, okay, so, you send them a PM and go, hey, so here's all this more information about Shakeology. It has 70 superfood ingredients, Here's the link to order. Oh my goodness. No, we don't do that. We are not those people. So what I do is, and this is a good line, if you're taking notes, write this down. Don't tell them what you have. Ask them what they need. That is who we are. That is what we do on this team and in Beachbody. We do not tell them what we have. We ask them what they need. So I have a couple of different people that I'm going to pull up and show you guys from conversations how I do this so that this is what I do. I don't ever tell you guys to do something that I'm not doing myself. This is how I start and finish every single conversation. So there was a girl, she's somewhere right down in here because I just got back from her today. And this is a good example. Molly right here. I did this free cleaning group last week. And on the second last day, I saw that there was a pending approval, whatever, to join from a girl named Molly. And I looked and saw she was a mutual friend of somebody I added to the group. I don't just add somebody. So I reached out to her and I said, as you can see right here, hey, Molly, my name is Kim. I'm Ashley's coach. I see she tried adding you to our group. Are you interested? Tomorrow's the last day. It's a little late to join, blah, 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 blah. And I said, but I run a couple groups every month. I would love to chat with you more about where you are now, where you want to be, and how I can help you. So I'm not just adding her, guys. I'm not rushing and flustered. And I know as a new coach, I felt very flustered when people would reach out. I didn't know what to say. I worked off of their agenda. First of all, your time, please respect your time. I don't want you pulling over on the road because your phone just dinged off. First of all, if you've got your Facebook notifications coming to your phone, stop. Turn that off. I do not want your phone dinging all day, or you're going to feel like you're on Facebook all the time. You're going to hate it. Your family's going to hate it. This is about getting in and out in under an hour and doing your job efficiently and productively, putting on your blinders, not scrolling Facebook, not caring when people respond to you. Those people are going to sit there until I get to my next power hour. And I did not do that as a new coach, and I have not done that well for a while. And there's a lot of reasons that will actually harm your business. I talked to my new coaches about that, so I'm not going to go back into that. You can always ask me if you have a question. But so what we do is I don't want her to start, guys, a free challenge on day 4 or 5 that's ending on day 5 because she's not going to get anything out of it, right? I care about these people. So I let her know that I have other groups and I'd love to talk about that. I'm not just trying to get a sale. Like, does that sound good? And she's like, hey, Kim, yes, I'm very interested in anything. She shared about postpartum, you guys. She shared about eating out and how it's such a weakness. She shared about how she does at least 70 pounds to lose. And all this stuff. And so I'm like, this is how I do it every time. Look at this message. I just told my coaches this is every person, you guys. So when you have somebody like when Rob had that person ask about eating, this is what I say every time, whether it's about a fitness, a workout, eating, whatever they're interested in a challenge group. Hey girl, awesome. Like, I'm so glad you're interested, or I'm so glad we connected. I can't wait to tell you more. And typically this girl gave me more information than I have. Usually I just have a comment on a post that they're interested. So typically I say, I'm so glad that you're interested. I can't wait to tell you more. Let's say they asked me the price of a challenge pack. They asked me, how much is this? Or what does the group entail? I don't just come out and answer that question, because it's really important that I follow this process and I teach it to you guys because it works and I do it myself. And I've been doing it for 2 years. So, and it's how I hit Success Club every single month. I say, I'm so glad you're interested, blah, blah, blah. Before I can answer that question, it helps to let me know, or if they ask me a question, if they didn't, I'm just going to say, I'm so glad you're interested. The best place to start is with me getting to know you a little bit better and where you are in your health and fitness journey at this moment. So if you could take a moment, whenever you get a second, answer the following questions, shoot your answers back to me. I copy and paste these engagement questions that are in our file section every time. And I put can't wait to hear back. Every single time. This is my thing. Now with her, she already gave me information. I want her to know that I've heard her. I personalize my response to those questions. But with her, I did a little bit of it first. So I was like, I'm so sorry to hear you struggle with postpartum. It's more common. I'm not rushing a sale, you guys. I am letting her know that I heard what she said. And I can't imagine the difference that's made in your life. That you're so much happier now. 70 pounds is a great goal. It's super doable. I told her how I've helped other people lose 60 pounds. And a lot of people are losing 25 or 30 within the first 2 months. I want to get her excited. I want her to know that I can help her. And then I tell her that, I have a group that's starting soon. I can help her kick off with stuff, whatever. And because she shared that she really struggles with eating out, I'm already helping her. Even if I never get her into a group, I gave her the address to my blog and told her to check out the food section because I share a ton of recipes. Okay, then I told her why it's going to help her. Cutting down on eating is going to save her money and miss calories, because she mentioned she struggles with eating out. I said we have an amazing superfood nutrition shake that'll be really helpful for you because she works super long days and doesn't get to eat, and that's part of the problem. And I said, but just to make sure I'm making the best recommendations for you, will you answer these questions? So here, she answers the questions, which happens every time. And if you don't get somebody to answer those questions within a couple hours, don't get frustrated. People don't always get back to their Facebook messages the same day or the next day. So it's key that you give it a little bit of time, and don't get negative. This is where personal development comes into, oh my gosh, they're not going to answer. And sometimes you're me and you're sleep deprived and you miss and lose messages for days. But so when you get that answer, I tell all my new coaches, so everybody on this call, send that to your coach. Copy and paste whatever they sent back to you to them. Megan did that with me this week. It's super helpful. She got to see how I talk to people. I did it with Jasmine. And so I really encourage you to do this, to use your coach. So here's what I start. Here is how I always want them. I do not, this is a common new coach mistake, to just shoot them those questions. Like someone says they're interested, you tell them you're going to PM them later, and then you literally just boom those questions on them. No. First of all, we're kind of building a little bit of a relationship, so glad you're interested, da 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 da. And if it's somebody that you've never heard from before, you might want to go to their page and be like, hey, like, I'm so glad you're interested. I see that you're a boy mom too, or you know, whatever. You can personalize it how you would. Personalization is key. These scripts are here to help you feel confident when you're a new coach and you don't have that confidence yet, but I don't want it to be something that you are, you know, completely not personalizing at all. So this is what I did. A couple things, you know, I'm like, first of all, thank you so much for sharing all of that. Guys, I say it every single time. Thank you for sharing that. It is hard for people to share about their weight, their insecurities, the things that they don't feel like they're doing well. Let's let them know that we value that they did that, and it's important. I said, I know it can be hard to be, you know, open, whatever. But you know, I so value that in my clients because that's what you're going to get from me. I told her a little bit about how I joined a group and how I felt she said she mentioned her husband, it affected their intimacy. I told her that that was where I was when I got started too, because that's true. Don't say something that's not true. Relate to people. They want to feel heard and like you know, that you relate to them. And so I told her I'm really, really glad that she's here. Couple things that why she's a great candidate for a challenge group. And I am now tying together the thing that the value of those questions is that people tell us, like, you know, I have an obsessive sweet tooth. I've been dealing with it my whole life. Or I start things all the time and I just can't finish them. I never stick with it. I give up. You know, you then in your head are like, oh my gosh, she's got a sweet tooth. Shakeology would be really, really good for her. She says she can't find the time to eat breakfast. Shakeology would be perfect for her to have breakfast since she's super busy. And that's a big mistake, skipping breakfast leads to a lot of weight gain. So there's that. Then if she says, I can't ever finish what I start, I'm already thinking challenge group. So you can see now the value is, instead of me just messaging going, hey, you should join my challenge group. Here's the price. This is what you get. Are you ready to join? Here's the link. No, this is a really important process because these people now, we have had a personalized experience. I have gotten to know them. They are getting to know me a little bit. I am taking that first paragraph every time and letting them know. Do you guys remember back in like high school and there was like that formula writing in your first paragraph, you were supposed to like tell them what you were going to tell them and then tell it to them again. Like, so I'm literally telling them, like, I heard you. This is what I heard you say. And this is why what I have is going to be so helpful for you. Bam, you already have placed a lot of value on a challenge path or on this experience, and they're already thinking like, gosh, yeah, this sounds like something I actually need. Now, when I recommend these programs for them that are personalized to them, and again, your coach is going to help you with this because I don't expect you to know how to recommend programs at the beginning, but it's simple things like if they only have 30 minutes a day, I'm not recommending size because there's workouts that are 45 minutes in there. I'm not recommending Insanity where they're working out an hour a day. So there's part of that. So I recommended these 3 programs for her. And I always say, can't wait to hear what you think. So I'm copying and pasting the program recommendations from the file section that are good for her. And then she thanked me for the information. She told me the 21-day fix looked good, but she thinks it's expensive, you know, and she wanted to know more information. Great. That's what I'm saying to her. You know, the cost thing, I guess it depends on what you consider expensive. I thought it was 2 when I was about to sign up, but now that I've experienced it myself and see the results people get, day after day from the workouts, the meal plan, the shake, the accountability for the price of coffee every day, I think it's dirt cheap. Ha ha ha. But let me explain how it works. So that was a little personalization since she brought up costs already, but I go right into my addressing price script. And this is in the file section. Every time after I get someone to pick the program that looks best to them, I take them through a breakdown of what they're going to get for the cost, like what the cost is, a little bit of information about Shakeology because that's super important. And I end this message by saying, like, I know this was a lot of information. You know, if you have any questions, let me know. And I usually say, if you're ready to get started, you know, then message me, whatever. If you're ready to get started, I just need to know the flavor of Shakeology you want and your email address. And most people, that's what I get back. I get their email, I get their shake, and they're like, I'm so excited. I'm supposed to be leaving now to pick up my son. And as usual, I went over, but let me wrap up with these couple of things. This is the system. This is the funnel. This is how I start and finish every conversation, no matter what they ask, what they say. Yes, I personalize it a little bit, and that's really important, but use these scripts, you guys. I've spent so much time writing them, changing them, making them better, updating them so that you have something to use. But that said, I don't ever want you to just copy and paste the questions. Remember, this is a life. This is a person that you're talking to. So speak to them. Like I said, like ask them questions so that they know you're being heard. You're getting the more questions you ask, the better. It comes off super professional and they feel like you're actually invested in them and you're really going to coach. So don't rush this process and don't be rushing for a sale because we are not salespeople. If you have questions about the invitation process, I've pulled up a couple of links here for you. I'm literally always going to be that mom that's like the last one in the carpool line, my poor little guy. Okay, so the challenge group up here, if you log into your Coach Online office and you go under, I think it was sales and marketing and challenge group tools. I wanted to show you guys here that there are challenge group, wait, hold on a minute. That's not even what I was, yeah, I opened it up here. There's actually social media posts that are invitations to challenge groups and things that you can, I was amazed. I didn't even know this was here, that you can literally copy and paste when you don't know how to advertise for a group and you just want to try, like, okay, does this one work? Does this one work? I'm always trying to figure out what works. These are awesome. You guys, you could send some of these in messages to somebody who asks if they're, they're interested in a group, they want more information, like, or just as kind of like, cold invites and things. So this training, the training section is huge. Also, when you go to the training tab and the training library, there is tons of stuff here, all about, how to talk to people. And you're going to find the form guide. So finding and attracting customers here, you can make like a list, kind of like I talked about making a Facebook list. There's a contact list there and a memory jogger. And then there is, where's the inviting? Okay. Under inviting, there's a 5-step invitation process. Print that up, follow it. It works. We oversimplify. We feel like we have to go to all these other coaches' places and watch all these videos. You guys, you don't. Just start inviting. It is so important. You can see I got to business today. I sent out 11 invites and I have like 3 or 4 people that are already interested and want more information and a few more people that have questions. That's great. Like, it's a numbers game. So do that. And then there's also a guide of the form under here, how to form people. That's okay, right here, building relationships and perfecting the inviting process. We are here to build relationships, and you do that with form. So you ask about family, occupation, recreation, and you gotta get to your message. So when I'm opening up Facebook and I've added a friend, I'm gonna send them a message after I go to their page and see that they like Star Wars and that they're a boy mom or they like coffee too. And I'm gonna be like, hey girl, like, thanks for the ad. I saw we have a ton of mutual friends in common from our church. Do you go to Woodstock City as well? I noticed that you love coffee. I'm coffee obsessed. We post about stuff like that. I saw we post about similar stuff. Whatever. You're just getting to know somebody. I see you're a mom too. How many little kids do you have? Or I see, you're in the same field as I am. Whatever you guys find yourself, and that's how we start to build relationships. You just kind of go back and forth until it fizzles out. And then next month when you shoot them an invitation, it's not out of the blue, and they're much more likely to respond because now they've also started to see your posts because you reached out. They're going to kind of start to follow your journey. Also, when you invite and you hear nothing back, get crickets. This is really common. Don't think, oh no, think, awesome. This person now knows what I do. They know who I am. They know that the invitation is there to join me at any point, and now they're going to start to follow my journey because you better believe they're going to start watching you. So these seeds all matter. Like, that's what we're doing and it's up to God to bring the rain. It's up to God when those ones bloom. Your job is to plant them. So control what you can control. You can't control the outcome of that invite, but you can control how many that you send every day and who you're reaching out to. So start small in terms of, oh wait, no, that's something else. So the invitation process, like I said, there's a great video on the Beachbody Champions page about inviting as well. Instant Messenger can be really impersonal. When you're a new coach, it's probably going to be how you feel really comfortable. I built a year's worth. I built to Diamond on that alone. But when you can, offer a phone call. I know Steph's been doing that more recently. I've been doing that. Even the voice note under Facebook Messenger, so they hear your voice like, hey girl, happy anniversary. I just saw you guys celebrated 7 years. That's so awesome. I just wanted to tell you that you're amazing and I love following you. Have a great day. Like, that's a hey girl. You can do it in 2 seconds. You do it when you're driving. So you can also do invites that way. But I also tell people that are interested and we're going back and forth. Like, I would be so happy to set up a call with you this weekend and chat if you have some more questions, like if they're hesitant or if they seem really confused or whatever. And I've definitely gotten more people that really like that and appreciate that, especially the older generation. They're not always really tech savvy or familiar with Facebook, and so they might be more comfortable on the phone. And then we'll get into sharing the coach opportunity and stuff like that later. But, you just got to get out there and help people, meet them where they're at, form them, get to know them. The whole process, you guys, of getting to know them as a coach is getting to see if they have something or they need something that we have to offer. And some people will not right now. They might later. They might not ever. But I have gotten so many amazing friends from this People who have never joined a group and have never coached, and we are mom friends that meet with our kids on the playground, and my life is better because they're in it. People at church that I've connected with, programs that I've gotten involved with at church because I connected with somebody on Facebook and didn't even know it. I feel like a somebody wherever I go, because seriously, guys, I go to the coffee shop, I walk into church, and people walk up to me and they're like, oh my gosh, how are you? And that's your little guy. And I'm like, who are you? Because I don't know, but you know what? They know me from Facebook. And seriously, like, friendships, so much has come that way, and it's cool. Like, so it's important to be doing this anyways. And like, look at Megan, another, I hate to use her again, but I reached out to her over like a year ago in like a hey girl message and got to know her, and she started watching me, and over time she realized that where she wasn't right for her, and this might be a better fit, and she reached back out. But you better believe she wouldn't have ever been able to come to this or to me or to this team that I think God wanted her on if I never would have reached out in the first place. So it's huge, but it is not super overwhelming. It's just a process. And if you're a new coach, I think everybody's already been tagged in this document. But when you go to the Fit with Faith team page and into the file section, scroll down and you're going to see, I don't even have time to take you there, what to do when someone is interested. And that takes you, I created a document, like a 2-page document, step by step. You should not be doing this on your own. I don't want new coaches losing prospective first clients, because we so need you to have success in your first 30 days for you to feel like good about this and to keep going. These first 30 days are critical, and we want to help you be as successful as possible. So lean on your upline, use what's there for you, those tools. Don't try to just wing it yourself. And if you have a question, please ask, because we're here to help you. I was going to show you a couple of client, like, I don't have time to though, conversations that I had with a few people. One of them was somebody who I so persistently, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to be a couple minutes late. And I know that makes me a really bad mom, but Christina Bridge is somebody who I was trying to think of examples for each of these things. And it's been a while since I talked to this girl. She's somebody that I met on the beach like 2 summers ago. Her friend had this rocking body. And I was like, is she a coach? Like, whatever. I found out she was a Beachbody coach. This is her friend, you guys. This is her best friend. Guess who she came to? Me. Because she related better to me. Okay, it happens. That's why there's enough for the pickings for all of us, is because somebody in my network might end up messaging Megan one day. God, I hope it happens, and be like, Megan, we're pregnant right now, and you know what? I'm not anymore. And she's like, hey, like, I saw your post through Kim. She really speaks to you. Like, I don't know. Stephanie and I have a lot of mutual friends. We might be swapping customers. I'd rather have somebody go to her if they feel a better connection with her. Like, so it happens. But if you go way back up here, I started building a relationship with her for a long time. You can see that I sent her those questions right there. We went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. There were so many times, I think we'll get to them here, that I would message her and like invite her. These are like my recommendations for her. And then I wouldn't hear from her for forever. So this was like me telling her what she's getting for the price. The reason why I wanted to share hers is because she totally, okay, so that was the end of one message, the start of another. She got an eye roll from her husband about $160. So I was like, oh, don't worry, blah, blah, blah. I sent her some message about it. I sent her a message again in April and didn't hear back. Sent her a message again in May. Didn't hear back. Like, okay, oh wait, no, hey girl, whatever. I'll be ready soon. Okay, so I followed up with her again. Like, here we go. And I just asked her, like, hey, so I'm realizing I'm not hearing back from her much, right? So I'm like, hey, did you close? Because she said she was buying a house, and that got an answer. Oh, that reminds me. She's like, when does your challenge group start? That's kind of my hope. And then I talked to her and tell her about it. Again, I don't hear back. Then I asked if she still wanted to get together to talk about coaching. She told me she was interested in that. No. Now I send her another, hey girl, because I see that she's on. So I'm actually going to be that person that's like, you're active. Hey, I'm here. And she responded. And you might think this is something you could never do. But she says right here, I love you for holding me accountable. Send me the link and I will chat with my husband. And can I tell you right now that she signed up after that? I am that coach. I'm that girl that I never thought I would be. I do not continue to send somebody. I don't spam somebody. But when I get somebody's like, why? When I hear that they need it, when they tell me, like, I just can't find the time for me. Thank you so much, though, for reaching out. I'll let you know if I'm ready in the future. I'm going to continue to invite them. And when I like hear back, like, oh, I can't do this one, but let me know about the next one. I do. I track these people. I write their name down on a list and I reach out with them next month. I don't forget about them. There's a girl who literally just joined my group. You guys, is the other example that I wanted to show you. So that you know that this is a process and it starts all with like that hey girl or whatever. This girl, I won't even lie. This is going to make me sound like a shallow coach, but I saw that we had a couple mutual friends and I noticed that she looked like she had a little bit of a weight problem. I don't feel bad about that because this is somebody that might absolutely need my help. And I don't actually usually do that, but I did with her. And I'm so glad because wait till y'all see the message that she sent me this weekend because I was literally like, if you look back up here, she and I started, no, this is the wrong message. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. She doesn't have kids. Okay, up here. So I started a message. Look at how long this is. I added the friends, said, hey girl, nope. Oh, I think I did know her before. See, look at that. I didn't even know that. I saw that she posted a lot about working out. So I was like, that's awesome. I see that you go to UGA, I go to college there. I did the hey girl thing. She's like, thanks. Yeah, I've been trying to make some good, positive changes and stuff. I talked to her about an accountability group. I'm not asking for her to buy a challenge pack or whatever. Like I've got free groups and whatever. I asked her if she was interested in more information about an accountability group and she said she was. Sounds like it has potential. So then I, send her, I'm sure the questions are somewhere around here. I told her a little bit more about a challenge group, what it is, and here's the questions. She messaged them back and told me about how she obsessively eats, all these kinds of things, all these things she's done. And then I think I stopped hearing back from her at this point. I gave her the programs and I think she picked like Country Heater 21-day fix. I don't know why these sent separately. And she said she hadn't looked at them yet, but she would be looking at them today. And I think I want to try the 21-day fix. So here I am. I'm like, that's awesome. This is way back, you guys, in I don't even see where it says, so many months ago. And then I give her the pricing and all that and tell her if she's, ready, she can let me know her shake flavor and give me her email. This is that whole long addressing price script. It sounds like a great program. I can't commit to that financially right now. And she gave me the reason why. But she said, let me know when your next group starts. You better believe I put her on a list. Okay, so this is in July of last year, you guys, okay, that we finally got to this point. I told her I understand, told her about my debt-free group, like I've always got something, told her when the next group starts and the deadline, didn't hear back. Send something at the end of July, inviting her to the next group. Are you still interested? Didn't hear back. Here we are again, not back, didn't hear back, didn't hear back. Guys, look at all these messages, didn't hear back. And you know what? You might be like, I could never do that. I could never do that. I get it. I didn't think I could ever do this either because I didn't want to be desperate or bang on somebody's door. But this chick told me a whole lot about why she needs this so much. And guess what? I know she still does. It didn't change. Sometimes I skipped it up. Just how was your Thanksgiving? Didn't hear back. Can I tell you that she eventually did? I know you're a prayer warrior, so I wanted to ask you for prayer. Awesome. Okay, this chick's seeing my stuff on Facebook. She knows I love Jesus. She asked me for that and congratulated me on my son. I was like, I'm so sorry to hear this, and I chatted with her. Just this Friday, you guys. Hey, Kim, do you offer coaching only options as one of your services? I'm ready to start making changes in my life, but I want to start small and still be responsible and accountable. Part of my problem has always been that I try to start with too much too fast and get obsessive and then I burn out. I want to start slow, but I'm interested in coaching potential because you are a true inspiration and your posts are always up. I hit the ceiling when I got this message. Look at me. Hey, I'm like, girl, you just made my day. Mostly because I was thinking I would never hear back from you. Can you see that I said that? I did, but I never give up on people. And you had told me enough to make me see that what I offer would be a great fit for you. So I was hoping one day I might wear you down, right? This is just me. I was hoping I would. Guess what? I did. Anyways, here I am. I'm here to help. And then I ended up sending her some voice notes because as usual, I'm nursing and I let her know that I have free groups that I run, that I've got fitness and accountability groups that I know she was interested in the 21-day fix. And but what I let her know here is that I'm going to work setting one-on-one with her to set some goals. She doesn't have to commit to 7 workouts a week. Like Megan right now, who's pregnant. We are all taking this at different rates. She doesn't have to commit to eat clean, every single time except for 1 cheat meal a week. We can work on what's going to work for her so she doesn't feel that this becomes obsessive or she's burning out. We're going to work her up to it because I can meet anybody where they're at. She put a big smiley face and then she says, this sounds great. It sounds wonderful. I am crying tears of joy right now. Count me in for your April 3rd group on Facebook. How do I go about this offer? Guys, I'm starting to cry right now. Do you want to know why I'm crying? And it's not because I still have all these breastfeeding hormones. This shit, excuse my language because I never swear, but this has me so hyped up because this matters. This matters. This girl needed this. And it took me over a year to get her here and she's crying. She told me that she is hiding from the camera, that her and her husband have been traveling and there's not one picture of her because she doesn't want to be seen and she feels like she is missing out, that she will not be able to look back. and love these memories because of the way she looked. That's affecting her life every day. She told me that she and her husband really struggle with being intimate because she feels overweight. She feels disgusting. Guys, this stuff leads to divorce. This is huge. This matters to people. Like, forgive me for being this bold, but we're doing kingdom work here. I really believe we are. And from helping people get their finances straightened out to helping people get their health straightened out. Guys, I lost my mom to breast cancer when I was 17 years old. And now a day goes by that I don't wonder if she would have taken better care of her, if that would have happened. I was lost in grief for 10 years. People's lives are being affected and affected by the health decisions that their parents are making and the ones that are being handed down to their kids. This matters. So no, once I hear somebody needs it, I'm not going to leave them alone until they get into this group, because I know I have that much confidence it's going to change their life. Now I need to go change my son's life and get him from preschool because he's going to think his mom doesn't love him anymore. Anyways, you can see why I do this well, because I get fired up. And you know what? I hope you get fired up too. Get out there and invite people. Follow this process. Reach out to me and stuff if you need some help, or whoever your coach is or whatever, because the system works every time. And yeah, sometimes it takes a long time. But like I said, I leave that to God. I pray that those people I'm reaching out to, that they're going to, in their own time, that they're going to come to me, or I'm just going to love on them where they're at. When they join something else, I'm going to be there encouraging them on their feet, because that's the kind of coach I am. I don't care if it's advocate or whatever. Maybe one day it won't be for them and they'll come back to me. But either way, they're taking steps in the right direction, and that makes me happy. This is the process. This is the system. Go out there and do it. I'm so sorry that I don't have time for questions because I suck. But I hope that this added a lot of value to you. You can go back and listen to it. And next week we'll talk about where to find these customers and where to even, find these people to reach out to if you don't have a lot of Facebook friends or whatever, and how to start conversations and stuff like that. So have a great day. I'm going to post this later, and then you can comment anything underneath it so that I can throw my baby in. Hopefully he doesn't have a dirty diaper, and just get to my son's school. I love you guys. I'm going to be praying for you guys. Sorry I didn't even unmute you. I'm not even giving you a chance to say anything. But it's okay, because we're all going to talk soon. Okay. Have a great day. Love you guys. Bye.